So you've decided to make a persona. And you want to make it a bit more special. But what can you do? Well, you could try adding some tattoos and scars to your persona. How would that work? Let's find out in today's video. Let's go! Hey, I'm Kame the Turtle, and you are watching Turtle Time. So you have found the furry fandom, and you decide to make yourself a persona. Not sure where to start with that? Don't worry. I did the basics on how to make a persona in part 1. Linked in the comments below. Check it out later if you haven't already. And then come back to watch this one. So, for example, let's say you have chosen your persona to be a Doberman, specifically using the colors black, orange, and green. But you realize there's a few others out there, and you want to make yourself stand out from the crowd. That's where having your character designed with some tattoos and scars helps them pop. Now, there's actually 2 schools of thought behind having markings on your persona. The first is the rule of cool, and second is having it tie into yourself or a story for the character. So we're going to start with the rule of cool because that's the most simple one that I can think of anyway. Using the example of my own persona, Kame the Turtle, he has a tattoo of runic letters, aka letters Vikings used, spelling out his name on his arm. That's because I personally like the franchise How to Train Your Dragon. And I wanted to give my little turtle a way to stand out from other turtles in the fandom, even though there's not a lot of us. Now, personally, I have no tattoos in real life, and I have no interest in getting tattoos in real life. But for whatever reason, like if you just think tattoos look cool, but you are deathly afraid of needles, and will not get a tattoo for the life of you, then the rule of cool might be the way to go for your character. And if you think scars are cool but you don't have any scars yourself, well, that's a good way to add them. But keep in mind, some tattoos and even scars could have religious importance to some cultures. So before you just decide to add a tattoo of anything, try to do a little bit of research into it. An example of this would be the chin tattoo the women of the Inuit people would have. This is because this shows that they are married, or another religious purpose that I am not fully aware of. So if you just put a chin tattoo onto your character without fully understanding, chances are you're going to step on some toes. So be warned about that. Now about for how you can tie it into yourself. Well, for this, I got permission from an artist by the name of Coalpaw from SinisterVibe Studios to use their character for this. Here is their reference. As you can see, they have several scars all over their body, as well as a large tattoo of a red and green fist on their back. So I'm going to break this down for you. The tattoo of the fist is because Coalpaw herself is an actual MMA fighter. The green is her hands for her persona, while the red is the wrappings that she uses in real life in her matches. Now, the various scars you see all over Coalpaw, like on her muzzle, is actually representative of nasty hits that she herself has taken in her time, including a broken toe. Hence why one of her toes is black instead of green. I didn't know this until she told me about it. By putting these various scars on her character, she could represent some of the gnarly hits that she'd taken that helped shape herself. But what if you had a character who has tattoos and scars because of a narrative purpose that does not tie directly into yourself? Well, for this you would have to look into making a backstory. And I'm going to be focusing on making a video on how to make your Fursona's backstory for next time on the series. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe and to keep an eye out for when that video hits. I might have a guest coming on for it. Do you think I missed anything when I was talking about tattoos and scars? And adding them to your character to make them stand out from the crowd? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions on it. If you got to this point and you still have no idea what furries are, you can check out the video linked to the cards above and the description below. And make sure you leave a like if this has been helpful to you at all. Maybe a comment, that's always helpful for me. And check out the video on screen right now because that's what YouTube thinks you would enjoy next. And I'll see you all next time. Johnny!